Hey, so it occurred to me that I did an entire video that wasn't even about the subject. I do that from time to time. Sorry, Pisces, Gemini rising in the first and second house. I'm going to be scattered from time to time, but I'm always on point, always on point. Getting back to, though, being vegan. Uh, for the record, I speak from experience. I was vegan for 3 years. My husband and I were vegan for 3 years. That's a great thing about when you are married to a chef. The food is so good. So if you can cook, honey, you know, I'm a foodie. So and he knew right off the bat, the people who end up being my husband seem to know that, like, we can get her with food. They know money won't do it. They know sex won't do it. I am Pisces. I am Lilith. I am Venus. If you're a master at it, because if you're like dull with it, you know how some people come up to you and like, girl, I can get you. You can't do shit for me. Take your old ass and your Viagra pill and go to somebody who gives a fuck. I'm not looking for no sugar daddy. I am the sugar mama, all right? And I ain't looking for no kids to be no sugar mama too. It's not that type of party. Not with me. I'm a military brat. I'm a divine military brat. I am selfish. I am proud of that. And some of you said, see, we know she's so selfish. Yeah, I have helped everybody I have come in contact with. Everybody. Some of you motherfuckers ain't helped nobody. So when you talk about being selfish, it's a whole different thing when I talk about being selfish. When I say I'm being selfish, it's because I have learned not to share my shit. Don't share your pearls with crackheads. Because a crackhead just spin your pearls on more crack. They don't know good shit. They don't know good wine, so fuck them. You want to call me selfish? I am selfish. I'm keeping all my shit to myself in 2021. If you're not adding to the pot, get the fuck out. Anyway, though, let's get back to the topic. Girl, what's going on? Is it the moon's in Aries or something like that, right? I think that might be it. You know how I be channeling that shit. Like, low key. Not so really low key. That's me. Literally the cosmic channel. You got everybody saying that, but do they show you that though? Do they really show you that in real life? Do they go outside the couch and like get into real life and just, manifest and create? I don't think so. You can only create so much from the motherfucking couch. My neighbors are wild. You know what? We've been wild. We've been wild. We all been wilding for about a week now. It's all good in the hood, but in my hood, can't say about yours. But let's get back to the topic, being vegan, because what I see, this is not for everybody now. This is not for everybody, as is veganism. What I see is you got people pushing veganism like it's a new religion. And anyone who's fanatical about shit, anything taken to the excess becomes an error. When you start saying people got to be vegan and got to do this and got to do that, and it's the only way you're going to be healthy, liar, liar, pants on fire, bullshit, I'm calling on you. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100, okay? Because I'm going to tell you something that maybe you didn't know. Half that shit you're eating is fucked up and will fuck up your body. If you're going to be a vegan or a vegetarian, research the shit for yourself, okay? Research the shit for yourself. Stop depending on other people's help to tell you what to do. You depend so much on marketing and you do not depend on yourself. This is your body. This is your health. These other people don't really give a fuck about you like that. They're just trying to sell some shit. Or maybe just push their philosophy. It is what it is. But really, is it working for you? Like, I guarantee. Hear me when I say, I 110% guarantee that if you're a vegan and you're eating soy, your body's fucked up. Soy is the worst thing. Soy is the worst thing you can do for your body. Women, soy is horrendous for the female reproductive health. Horrendous. And people knew that. And the doctors knew that. And there were some people in the health industry that knew that. But don't think that some of the people in the health industry are not just like some of the people in big pharma. Everybody apparently has a price. So you really have to dig deep and see who's really, really about it, or who's just really about the price. You know what I'm saying? Because people do anything for money. And anyone who's in business, they're scrambling right now. They're all scrambling, especially if they're not in their integrity. So getting back to being vegan, you have some people who are paid to push veganism, and I always have wondered, what is it that what ties the soy products to the vegan community? Who signed a deal? Who signed a backroom, table deal and said, we're going to push this for money. We're going to push that it's healthy, even though they know that it's not. It may be healthier than what they're eating, so they don't know, but it's still healthy. But is it though? Because you can buy meat. You can buy free range chickens. I don't now I still do meat. I still do meat, but I'm very conscious. I'm very conscious of what I eat. I do free range chickens. I don't want to know my food suffer. Yeah, the food died, but guess what? Everybody dies. Everybody dies. Everything dies. Welcome to motherfucking life. You live, you die. And that includes animals too. So you being vegan is not going to save all the animals. The animals are going to die because other animals are going to eat their ass. That is just the way it is. My God, do y'all not take science class in school? But in any event, what I'm trying to say is that some of these meat substitutes are far more worse, far more worse, far more worse for you than meat. Just because you dress it up in a nice, pretty marketing package and nice, pretty colors and all that shit, that doesn't make it right. And that doesn't make it healthy. You better research that shit for yourself. I have seen so many products and products I actually like. Once again, trying to get back closer to my vegetarian. I'm never going back to vegan. I'm going to be honest. I'm not giving up cheese. I know it's, I mean, I'm really, and I will be the first to admit dairy is not good for me. But you know what? We all have our crack, and cheese is mine. So I am not giving up cheese. I'm not giving up fish. Everything else can go. Everything else is a toss up. Pepperoni pizza. There was for a long time. For a long time, my friends could not understand me. Oh my God, my boys, as we call them, the Philly boys. Those of you who went to Fayetteville State, you know how the Philly boys were. Lord, what a beat down that I get when I was like lunchtime. I would always like going around and ask people for a couple of bucks, to get something from the canteen to get some. I don't know why, because I had money. I shouldn't have said that out loud. That seemed like I was scamming, doesn't it? I wasn't. But hey, puppy doggy. Hey, I'm looking at puppy doggy right now. But no, but I mean, like when you can get somebody to buy you food, this is cool. So I got me some money to buy, and I went and bought a sausage and cheese sandwich. Oh my God, they fussed me out. They fussed me out and cussed me out. I mean, yeah, of course they did. They were Muslim. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. That whole thing about pork, I really don't do pork like that. It's just sometimes pork can be my crack, bacon can be my crack, but I really don't do pork like that. I don't do chitlins at all. I do not understand how you all eat that shit. I mean, ever since I learned, God rest his soul. I mean, he's still here, but all that shit that happened with him, Bill Cosby. Oh, still hurts my heart. I grew up on Fruity the dog. I grew up on Bill Cosby. My parents had all the other comedy albums that I wasn't supposed to listen to, but they gave me Bill Cosby to listen to, and I grew up on Fruity the dog and the duty track. Once I learned, I never liked chitlins anyway, just the smell of them. My mom would used to cook that stuff, and I mean, you could smell that stuff all the way up the block that she was cooking that. Like, good God, no. How can you eat that? It smells horrible. And then I found out what it was. Of course, it smells horrible. Shit smells horrible. How do you eat the shit track? How do you eat the duty track? How do you do that? There's not enough cleaning in the world. You can wipe this shit down with Clorox. I don't want to eat nobody's shit. Like those of you who eat ass, you nasty. You nasty. Don't come at me like that. That's nasty. I don't do that shit. That's nasty. Then you wonder why you get all kinds of diseases of the mouth and the body and shit like that. Because you're nasty. That's what we're finding out right now. Some of this plague is just folks playing on being. When the people have to tell you, wash your hands, you know what? You motherfuckers shouldn't know how to wash your hands anyway. But some of you don't. I've seen people do that. I've seen people who work in restaurants go to the bathroom and then take their happy little ass back on the grill. A certain kind of people do that all the time. I don't know where the fuck y'all learn that shit from. And you want to talk about other people being nasty. You all are some of the nastiest people I have ever seen. Check into yourself. That's why y'all be dying quicker than anybody else. And so you try to kill us instead because, it makes you feel some kind of way. Oh, we dying, but they still living. So let's kill them because you some jealous, greedy ass, hating motherfuckers. How did I get off on being vegan? Back to because you know what, animals. When you eat too much animal, when you get the bloodlust, you start to do bloodlust things. So that's why I will agree. Have some balance with that. Don't eat meat all the time. Meat is not good for the body all the time. Meat might not even be good for the body most of the time. But once in a while, it is not going to hurt you with that shit, that substitute you do well. Ladies, if you're eating anything with soy in it, I hate to say this because I love their burger. I love their stuff. But the Dr. Prager, because I was really loving, there's some, I think it might be the black bean burger or it might be the quinoa burger that doesn't have any soy in it. It's one of them that doesn't. So I'm like, yay. But the rest of them, it's got soy in it. If it's got soy in it, it is not good for you. I don't care how they fucking market it. It is not healthy for you. You might as well go out and have a pork chop. Real talk. So back to what I'm saying, like with me, I eat free ranged chickens. I eat the bacon I eat is no hormones, no what you call organically. Everything when I do meat is organic. I'm very I want to make sure that my animals didn't suffer. I want to make sure that there are no antibiotics, no hormones, no none of that shit. All that shit that really kills you. It's just like tobacco. Tobacco didn't kill people, didn't kill off people. It was the ingredients they started putting in tobacco that was making people sick. That's why I have this. That's why what, some of you are being like really, really, really happy and all this stuff about whether marijuana is going to be legalized or not. I'm looking at all of that with skepticism because again, once it becomes about a business, people like to cut costs and put in additives to make shit stretch. And then whatever the effect that it was supposed to give you, it doesn't. And once again, though, you start getting these other things and these other effects, which ultimately leads you to have to get more medicine or more vitamins. See, it's all an industry. There's a very thin line between what Big Pharma does and what the vitamin industry does, health and food industry does. I mean, it's all like FDA approved. Anything that's FDA approved. Funny thing about it, there's a lot of things the FDA doesn't approve that's absolutely great for you.